What the I thought we were ready.
I thought we were too. I'm so sorry. So sorry. What's up? What's up, guys? It's Mike Frank with Berkshire Hathaway coming to you again with Christian Olson and Andrea Soto.
What's up?
What's up?
Chirp, chirp. I feel like we could do that every 2 seconds. Make me happy. Make me laugh. Also, I'm finally going to eat my little sucker.
I was not a fan. They're not.
John said after you get past the 2 minutes.
What he said was, "You're going to eat that on the show?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Okay, first minute is going to suck. But after the first minute, it's going to be great."
Yeah.
I threw it away. No offense to the people who brought it. It didn't taste good.
Meow, 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 meow.
I thought
But also, like, why? Like, really on the show? What is your problem?
Because I wanted it. And I can't get it open.
You're just so extra.
I can't get it open. Now I'm just going to fight with it on the show. Everybody's just going to listen to it.
I feel like you should be an actor.
There we go. There's better things.
Have you thought about it?
I feel like everyone at
God,
one point
no.
wanted to be famous.
There is no mic etiquette or like
He goes-
any studio etiquette. Like, let me. He's basically licking the mic right now. Like, what is your problem? This guy, like,
I can't pinpoint the flavor.
yeah, that's why I threw it away.
Candy.
And which is like one of the worst flavors out there for any kind of candy.
I agree with you.
Like
It is definitely
what's another cotton candy flavored candy? Like a brand that makes it. I'm drawing a blank.
Gum.
Huh?
Gum.
Live
No.
cotton candy.
Well, besides, but like that
There's
flavor, like the
cotton
like the
candy
lollipops,
Ew.
the normal
So
one.
bad.
What'd you just say?
I didn't know what they were until Rob showed me what they were.
Rob, your boyfriend?
Yeah, cotton candy grapes.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
never
those
had
are
those.
good, though.
Right? I didn't know.
Don't listen to him.
I didn't know what they were, but
Don't do
they're,
it.
They're a thing. with
Don't do
people.
it. Don't make the mistake. The first one, you're like, oh, okay, cool. This is cool.
Yeah.
But like you have 7. Ooh.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
real
They're
weird.
very sweet. They're
Yeah, I'm not about it.
Well,
Meow. Meow.
genetically modified.
Genetically modified grapes to taste like cotton candy.
Yeah, grapes aren't supposed to taste like candy.
I also really want to get through the first minute.
I really just want to throw that across the room right now.
Why?
For the camera. I'm gonna put on an act as well.
You should. You should. No.
Just okay.
Okay, wait. So I have a question because I was thinking about this morning. When you're talking to your buyer or seller, what's the number one thing that you can do to negotiate for their interests? Like, what's the number one thing? Like your default, you're talking to somebody, you're entering into this conversation. What are you going to do?
Listen. Like, you want a specific action? I think a lot of people just like jump to be really defensive as an agent, and like instead of hearing out their client what they want to do and being able to put the best foot forward for them, I feel like they just come up with these defensive ideas or I don't want to say defensive, but like
You've said it like 3 times.
yeah, but like they get alerted about what their client wants, and they're like, oh my god, this never happened. Like, this is so tough. Blah blah blah. Instead of listening, it's like, okay, well, here's what we can do. Okay, here's what we can do.
Damn, that's like super introspective. I wasn't prepared for that.
Well, you know who you're asking.
Bruh.
Bruh. What would you say?
I mean, I think everyone has different experiences with agents or, real estate in itself. So I think when first meeting someone that you want to become your client, asking them how in the past, real estate professionals have come
Damn.
like short. What do you say? Come short? No.
How they've
You're saying
like what
saying
their
a lot.
past
You're
experiences
saying a
have
lot.
been.
Rob, I just want to point out, she's saying a lot.
Shut up.
I think, damn. I wasn't really sure what I was going to get when I asked the question. But that's,
Well, how do you feel?
those are 2 awesome answers. Because to be honest with you, I don't think that I ask enough. Like, hey, what was your experience with your past agent?
Mm-hmm.
Well, would you say that you work? I feel like you work with more first-time home buyers than any, like a lot of us do.
I don't think that it changes the question, though.
Yeah,
Well,
I feel like
how can someone say they've worked with another agent if they haven't, or what they've done before?
Okay, so
You would have to ask the question of like, what are you looking for in an agent, rather than what have you experienced in the past?
So I'm associating this question in my head to like maybe meeting a doctor or talking to a architect or something that you wouldn't have had a lot of experience maybe in your first, like you're going to the eye doctor. You don't go to the eye doctor all the time. I don't, because I don't wear glasses. But every time I go, they ask me like, hey, how is your eye? Like, how are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. That's why I'm here.
That's literally what I said, is it not?
Well, right. But I think without asking it, you're being negligent to your responsibility.
I don't understand what is going on right now. I feel like I'm in the fucking Matrix right now.
No. I think
on God.
I genuinely think it's right. So think about this. So someone's buying their first home, and you just assume that they've never worked with a real estate agent.
Yeah.
What if they did? What if they worked with a real estate agent in a different market? What if they worked with a real estate agent in a COVID market? What if they worked with a real estate agent in renting a property? Like, I'm just realizing through this conversation that I don't even open the conversation up to have
Looks like you need to go back to the buyer consultation
Well-
script, my guy. Like,
well, I
that's
think-
fucking 101.
Well, I
Where's
think
that
what
101?
I think what you do.
Is it not?
No.
Okay. Well,
What websites have you been using to find property?
yeah, but the buyer consultation script's like 3 parts. And one of them is like, oh, well, what are you looking for in an agent?
Yeah.
And then you get to hear everything. How is that's literally?
No.
The book is
because
right over there.
No, because
God,
what
Christian, calm
Andrea
down.
said. What Andrea said was, what did you not like about working with your last agent? Right?
Yeah, but then I brought up the topic of like you normally work with first time home buyers, and then now you're like going into another topic, which is like
No,
you're just like-
what I'm saying is, what's important to you about the agent that you hire is different than what did you not like about your last agent. You're assuming,
I know,
you're associating.
No.
Do you see
I
what
think
I'm trying to say?
I think it's kind of debunking what went wrong. Like opening up the conversation.
Am I in a different
No.
world
You-
right now? Like, what
you
in
threw
the
a
world? Like,
curveball.
where did you come from?
No.
This
What do you
is
mean?
great.
No.
I love it. Like
I'm just-
debunking the conversation. I'm
It's
I'm
debunking
about
the
it.
conversation of what went wrong the
We're
last
eating
time
alive.
they had an
The
experience
sugar's
with a
getting to
real
your head.
estate professional.
Right.
Like I feel like you, not that you don't ask that question, but I feel like that you lead the conversation a lot when it comes to buyer consultations or having a conversation
right.
with a client, because you are so education forward.
You're right.
And you try to teach, and that's
You're right.
good, but you don't open the conversation to having like, oh, let me understand the reason why it went wrong last time, because you don't even care. Sorry. You don't even care about the last agent. You're like, I'm not even going to focus on them. Why would I talk about them?
I mean, you're right.
When you're
But
here with me now.
Something that you just said that made me think was like, what was your experience in working with a previous real estate agent? Mm-hmm. Okay, so can we role play?
Yeah, it's actually one of Andrea's role plays that she did
Bang.
this week
Love. Okay,
or
so
last week.
you ask me that question one more time, and I'm going to tell you an answer that I see on a first-time homebuyer situation. Go ahead.
Hey, Mike. So just wanted to, ask you, what was your experience with your last real estate agent?
Oh, I mean, I've never bought a house before, but like, my mom had her real estate license for a while, and I don't know. She just seemed like she drove all over God's creation.
Are you looking for a response right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like your mom?
Yeah.
Do you want her to be your real estate agent? Do you want her to pick your own house?
No.
Don't you want to pick your own house?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. What are you looking for? Oh, like not exactly.
Well,
That's how
see,
it goes.
but,
But
like-
also, like, okay, your mom was a real estate agent. How long has she been in the game? Okay, things have probably changed. What are you looking for in a
Well,
real
wait.
estate
See,
agent?
what I was getting at was Andrea's question elicits this response, right? So my mom's a real estate agent, or was a real estate agent, or whatever, and she drives all over God's creation. That's what I said, right? And then your question elicits a response that says something like, "Oh my God, like, how much area does she cover?" or something like that. And I go, "Oh, I mean, she covers everywhere. Like, she's all over, Delaware. Let's just say that's her state." And then you get to go like, "Oh yeah, that's not uncommon. Let me show you how I work with my clients." It opens a door, and it creates a relationship, because what was your experience in working with your last agent opens the door for my mom's an agent, my aunt's an agent. The situation that I had today, super thankful to have this opportunity. I had a buyer that came to me, worked with me, submitted an offer, decided through a familial relationship that he wanted to work with another agent. And I said, no problem. Just remember, I'm always here. If there's anything that I can do, even if you have questions about your current agent, blah, 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 I'm just here to help. Well, fast forward 2 months and there's a problem and then a familial problem. And then he comes back to me and he says, hey, I'm really sorry that I did this to you, but like I wanted to honor my family. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. Now I want to work with you again. Mm-hmm. And like by assuming that he doesn't have a familial agent, I might have created a problem that didn't exist. Mm. Whereas had I asked him like, hey, what is it about your family or like your past real estate experience? And he goes, oh, well, my uncle's a real estate agent or whoever it is.
I feel like her question can...
It can hit every direction.
Which is why I like it.
But all the questions of like, what are you looking for in an agent? I feel like it could have the same type of response.
It's an open-ended question rather than a yes or no, you know?
I think the difference is that someone that's first-time home buyer, what are you looking for in an agent, probably wouldn't say my aunt's a real estate agent.
I feel like that's weird to assume.
Well, I think that's why your point is that you go all the way through the steps. You don't just stop at step one. You don't just ask one question. And then to get back to like how you negotiate, right? You both took two very different perspectives. And I tend to agree with both of you. And I think that this is the opportunity to take away like the buyer or the seller is going to tell you how to negotiate on their behalf. And you're just a vessel. You're just a tool, a hammer.
You're like the owl in Harry Potter that just delivers the message.
Who? Oh, like the flying owl. I thought there was like I'm not a Harry Potter advocate. I don't
neither
know
am I.
But like I didn't know if it was like a character.
You're the movie guy. This is the movie. You know, there's a quote from every movie out there. I swear to God. And then when I bring up owls in Harry Potter, he's like, he doesn't have a pet owl that is flying around entirely throughout the movie. It makes no sense. Well, like, this is literally a Matrix right now. We're like, this is a simulation. I don't understand what's happening.
I think.
And he's like, I know Christian's right, but I'm just going to play it off.
I think to your point.
I'm going to keep eating this damn lollipop.
I think to your point, I am going to eat this lollipop. I'm determined to get to that point that John said that it was good.
It's still a bad point.
We've been live for 5-10 minutes now. You're still out there.
How many licks to get the center of the stitch about? To make your point, we are the owl that delivers the information, but we have to be given the right content. And I think when people are looking for someone to negotiate for them, it's kind of a fallacy. I think the answer should be with them. Mm-hmm. Sorry to be corny on you, but it's true.
That was good.
Like, I'm not negotiating for my client. I'm just representing them. I'm just delivering the information like the owl. I agree.
Well, that's why I said like listening is such a big part, right? You got to know what's going to be on your little letter with the owl. You know, what are you going to say? What are you going to deliver? And how are you going to do it?
Yeah, but I mean, not everyone is an open book and knows what to talk about or the fact that you care about it. So opening up the opportunity for them to be like, oh yeah, well, I mean, I do have other relationships, because everyone has another relationship. Like, you know, statistic wise, like everyone knows 5 real estate agents.
I think that's kind of a lie.
Nah, I definitely. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe 10 years ago. I mean, like when I was growing up, I had no idea like who fucking real estate, even in like college.
Yeah, but like
school,
I also
10 years ago,
know.
you were 14, bro. Or sorry, 16.
Math, come on.
Sorry.
I'm over here eating lollipop.
I mean, I
but
think
even like in college, and then when I like you were the first real estate agent I think I ever met.
How old were you?
18, maybe. How old was I when I was
Shaggy
like working
hair,
at Bond? Yeah.
Christian. But okay, so let's get to the
How
point
old?
that.
Okay, wait. Let's come back to this real quick. How old were you when you met your first real estate agent? How old were you? And how old was Liv?
All right, let me go back a little bit.
Back to fucking Nam.
All right, so I'm gonna apply this one. When John's parents bought their house, the house that they live in, we're talking probably close to 20 years ago.
Okay.
I don't know who the agent was, but I remember when we moved in, the agent delivered a big platter of sandwiches for like moving day. Mm-hmm. And I want to say her name is Rose. But I mean, I don't know her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But does that count?
But if you could, you can go back and find her information. If you really wanted to,
right.
If you really wanted to, you could find her information.
But then after that, okay, so like let's pass that one. After that, who would be the next person? Oh, it would be
And how long
Second
ago was
person?
that in between the two? Because the one was 20 years ago, and then what was the next one?
probably 17, 15, something like that.
Yeah, 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, no. But then we were mowing lawns, and I'm not going to throw any names out there except our awesome client, Jerry Diener. This dude's awesome. Anyway, so Jerry lived in a neighborhood where his driveway and the neighbor's driveway were very, very close. And so when we were mowing, we had to mow in one direction because we didn't want to get grass on Jerry's car because he's our client. So we got grass on the next door neighbor's car. And the next door neighbor was a real estate agent. And he put stakes in the ground to like fuck shit up, like pop tires and shit. And Jerry comes out, he goes, hey, don't mow there. Don't mow there. He put stakes in the ground. Anyway, so that was the second real estate agent. And I know that guy, and he's still an agent.
Put the stakes in the ground.
No. That dude's a fucking dick. I know that guy. He's still a real estate agent. I think he's still around here. Anyway, so that's number 2. And then number 3,
see, like, he can
like my mom has a real estate agent, someone that moved to Florida. So when she went to buy a house in Florida, she bought with that person. And then
I feel like that's the
number 4 is probably this guy that I worked at the bar before I got into real estate.
I feel like the statistic of people knowing 5 has to be within the past like 5 years that this has come out.
No.
Dude, you're just named 3 or 4.
But I wasn't even, I was like 23 or 22. And I knew 4.
Okay, how old were these people they were interviewing or asking?
But here's the point. If you're buying a house today in downtown Baltimore, you're buying a house in Silver Spring, in Bethesda, if you're going into DC, how many fucking real estate agents? Like, is anybody a real estate agent here? And you're going to get people like, that's my card. They're going to be like fighting to get to you.
Yeah, but I feel like in the past 3, 4, 5 years, that number of real estate agents has drastically gone up.
And it's about to drastically go down.
Yeah. So then you thought you knew a real estate agent, but you didn't.
Maybe. But then the question comes back to, what is it about your last real estate agent that you didn't like? Or what are you looking for in a real estate agent? Or what experience do you have in working with a real estate agent? Because again, I think you go back to the negotiation piece and you say, hey, what am I going to do different than somebody else? And truthfully, it's what accomplishes. You both said it. And that's why I'm so like mind blown. You both said, listen to your client. Yeah. Ask your client the question, listen to them, and let's work as if we were them. We're going to negotiate on their best behalf.
Yeah. I think there's nothing worse. I think working in the restaurant industry, I've trained a lot of people. Like usually I work my way up to be a trainer because my work ethic, you know. But there's nothing worse. Like when I start a new job and I get trained, there's nothing worse than getting told the same thing throughout 7 days in a row, the same thing over and over again. So for me as a trainer, I learned very quickly to my first day of training somebody, I go, hey, where did you work prior? You know, do you have experience? What did you learn so far? So I'm not repeating unnecessary things that you already know. So you're looking at me like, you're not even training me. You're not bringing me any value. So me asking those questions to them may not be training them, but it's me understanding what they need to be trained on.
I understand that.
You know, so it's kind of like the same thing.
In fairness, I think you could substitute how you're blank for you. You could substitute how you're blank with you. You could, I mean, all of this could be the same for training servers at a restaurant, for managing people, for negotiating on your behalf. And I agree, the question should be around identifying what your person is looking for. So like today, I had the conversation with my buyer and I said, hey, here's how we're going to negotiate for you. And he's like, okay. I like what you said yesterday. I was like, all right, cool. Now we know that. Let's push this one step farther. Because I really think that a real estate agent is all about like pushing the client, right? We kind of want to push the client off the diving board. They're there. They know what they want. They know why they want it. And we're there to just kind of be like, all right, man, you got this. You got this. I'm ready to do it with you. Are you ready to sign at the dotted line? And they're like, yes. Maybe push them off the diving board is a bad analogy.
Like skydiving, maybe?
Maybe we should go skydiving.
Yeah, comes full circle, man.
No.
You want to go skydiving?
Yeah, kind of.
I do it.
I think he's terrified.
Why? You're gonna die anyways.
No, he's just making shit up now.
It's not skydying. It's skydiving.
We talked about it.
In the spirit of David Goggins, just do it. You're gonna die.
I feel like I would.
I'm ready. Pick a Tuesday.
Why does it have to be Tuesday?
I just said
I kind of like Tuesday. Tuesdays are my favorite. I don't know why.
Okay, what's the worst day of the week?
Tuesday.
What?
What
I
the
don't
hell?
understand where you're going with the worst day of the week here.
Why?
Well, like, she has she likes Tuesday.
I love Tuesdays. I don't know why.
What do you not like? What day do you not like? I feel like everyone has this kind of question.
I thought
like
she was just saying like I like the idea.
I think
of
I was
doing
born
it
on a Tuesday.
not like delivering it on.
That's
Let's
a very,
go. I don't have my phone.
I was gonna say that's like a very. I don't know. Like you can just make that statement. Like I think I was born on Tuesdays. I just because
No, but
she has literally a 1 out of 7 chance.
it's not very good though.
They're pretty good.
it's a pretty good chance.
It's not as great as you think.
I think I was born on a weekend.
You like the weekends a lot?
No, but I'm just trying to be a double
What?
advocate. I'm
Mike,
not getting
just
to
get-
it, John. I'm
just
not gonna
get
lie.
off the show, Mike.
I'm not gonna lie. This is not getting there for me. I don't know where it's supposed to go, but John was really excited
told you,
about it.
dude.
Anyway, all right. So I want to circle back to negotiating. So we're gonna negotiate. We're gonna be up in the plane. We're gonna take the skydiving lesson. We're gonna go up there. We're gonna get ready to jump, and then we're gonna negotiate for what? Are we keeping you in the plane? Or are we pushing you out of the plane?
Oh, definitely not staying in the plane.
Well, isn't that what we do as a real estate agent?
Well, technically, you're strapped up to somebody, so
We're gonna let
you don't
John
have the
drive. We're gonna let
you don't
John
have
drive the
choice.
plane, and we're gonna go fucking
No, but, like-
flying out.
Literally, what we just did.
Oh,
Isn't that negotiating for you?
What do you mean? What we just did?
We're going to go up there. We're going to do all the things. We're going to get up there. We're going to be at the point that we're ready to jump in. Are we going to keep you in or we're going to push you out? And you said, I want to go out. Isn't that what we do? We don't make the decision to jump. We make the decision to say, hey, what do you want?
What do
But
you want?
no, what about you go back towards like setting the expectation? I think you make the decision for them maybe at that point.
I don't like making decisions for my clients.
No,
ever.
no, that's not the like you set the expectation of like, hey, this is your timeline, this is what you're gonna do, this is what you want to do, here's how we're gonna do it. So when you're up in that plane, the decision's already made. Like everything comes off of the ground, and when you're in the air, that's when you're like, all right, execution, let's go, jump.
I like that analogy too. This is
Boom.
getting really good.
This
I
is
don't
like
know.
No. Ride with Christian because I'm with it.
I mean, like I agree with it to some extent, but I feel like
All right, so here's the question.
I don't know.
You're on the ground. Mm-hmm. Where are you?
I am.
like
Where?
I am
such a broad question.
in a field of cherry blossoms.
Okay.
Is this after skydiving?
Is there an airport near you?
No.
Okay, so
What?
how are we going to get to the airport?
We're gonna drive.
So do we have a car there in the field of cherry blossoms?
Yes.
Okay, so let's hop in the car. And how long is the drive to get to the airport?
2 hours.
So it's 2 hours to get to the airport. And then at the airport, we're going to get our little, approval certification, sign our waiver to go up in the plane, right? And then what kind of a plane is it going to be?
Charter plane.
A charter plane.
The hell is that even?
I'm
mean?
thinking it's going to be a little bit bigger, like a charter plane, because I think we're going to get a big group to go with us. Okay. And one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to go with our home inspector,
Oh god.
appraiser, lender, title
Man,
company.
Talk about
Right?
team building exercise.
Right? Like we're going to do these things together. But we've got a 2-hour drive. Why don't we give our lender a call while we're on the route and just make sure he doesn't need anything from us on the way? Is that cool with you? Mm-hmm. Cool. So we go, we give our lender a call, and we show up at the airport. Now we're at the airport. Mm-hmm. We strap in, we sign our waivers, and we get up in the plane. Right?
Yeah.
We got our lender, our title company, our home inspector, our appraiser, our transaction coordinator, our agent, all with us in the plane. And in your argument, we're making decisions in the plane. And in Christian's argument, we've already made decisions. And I'm not saying one is right or wrong. I'm just saying they're both compelling arguments.
I mean, I think
I like both sides.
I think the decision of even getting on the plane pushes you to one way or another.
I mean,
And
in
that's
some
what I
plane-
think we do as a real estate
I
agent.
think
yeah.
I don't know because I
I
feel like
agree.
in some planes there's an eject button, right?
No. And I
Like,
agree.
let's get the
Some
fuck outta here,
people-
like-
some people get cold feet. They
Shit's
come back
hitting the
down.
fan.
They
Yeah.
don't get in the plane. Some people, their
That's
friend
true.
physically pushes them out of the plane. Some people jump feet first. Some people jump head first, right? Like different people are going to go different ways. And that's okay. There are going to be people that come back down with the pilot, right? But in my opinion, you guys were so compelling in your argument that now I can't unthink it. How a real estate agent negotiates for you is by understanding your perspective first.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Agreed.
Which goes back to why I won't make an offer or why I won't show a property to a buyer over their budget. Mm-hmm. Why I discourage showing people properties that are under finished or maybe something that is completely finished for somebody that wants DIY projects.
Right.
Because I think what a real estate agent does for you is they understand what you're looking for.
Also,
the blog is great, but the blog is not going to understand all of this content.
Something me and Courtney talked about after book club was like,
Book club.
Yeah, you missed it.
Mm-hmm.
it was fun. Is like being the agent that is that constant reminder of like, hey, you're looking for this DIY. Hey, you're looking for something move-in ready, and being able to be like, you know, is it like if we're truly going after this property that you have to put $40,000 of work into, and if you want something move-in ready, that's not it, right? You're able to remind them of that.
Isn't that negotiating though? I think a big part of our job is negotiating with our actual client. Not in a bad way. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be a negative negotiation.
It's a conversation.
It's a conversation.
That's what I would say.
It can be the negotiation of what's right and wrong. Mm-hmm. Because at some point, like buyers will ask us to do things that are just not right.
Well, that like
it could be a negotiation.
It prompts me to have another conversation with them, like sit down and truly understand, like, hey, this is what we talked about before. Is this still in line with what you want to do? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm about to do this evening. Like, one of my buyers keeps sending me some properties and, you know, some things they haven't liked, and we just need to revisit the table because everything they told me before, what they're sending me now, isn't exactly what originally lined
last
up.
line of the blog. Ultimately, the best way for your realtor to negotiate for you is by understanding your needs, priorities, and working with you to create a strategy that meets your goals.
I feel like, well, that's true. That is very true. What's frustrating is that some people look at us as just like salespeople, and they don't understand that's what we're trying to do, is understand what they want to do and help them out. Like, oh, this fucking real estate agent's calling me again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that's a real problem that we have in this industry.
But it's also in any sales industry, really.
I think it's the thing that separates the good from the bad. I think it's the thing that identifies a real estate agent that's going to make it in the long run. I think there's tons of people that sell 7 houses a year and they make a great living. There's tons of people that want to sell 70 houses a year and they have different visions of what their life looks like. But I think selling the client on that concept is negotiating with them. Mm-hmm. Having them understand the value that we bring, having them understand what we're bringing for their purchase. I mean, we were just talking about this, right? Mm-hmm. What can we do for you is a negotiation, right? How much value can we bring for you? How much can we show you this? How much can we show you that? It's a negotiation. It's a sale, you can call it. Yeah. So then when we're negotiating for our client, the best thing that a realtor can do for you is represent your best interest. Mm-hmm. Not knocking any one person, but there are opportunities that we as real estate agents have to put real impact on the transaction. And I think the more that we as realtors put real impact on the transaction, the less we represent our clients' best needs.
Yeah.
So what I mean here is I have had situations where I have made good deals for my clients representing their best interest. But I've had other situations where I have told my clients, hey, look, don't pay this much. This is overpaying. This is too much money. This is this is that. And I'm not giving them education. Mm-hmm. I'm just inputting myself in the transaction.
Well, this can relate to Phil Jones's book, but he says like create 3 different options or routes, right? Mm-hmm. Like here's A, B, C. Here's what I think of A, here's what I think of B, here's what I think of C, and I think this is what is best fit for you all based off of what we had talked about.
I think that the only way to do that is speaking with a foreign accent. So now you have to restate that comment with the foreign accent of your choice.
He's not good at accents.
I'm waiting.
No, I can't do that.
Oh my God.
I don't.
Andrea gave you a way out. She could do it.
That's kind of cheating.
Why?
Mate? If you're gonna do it with an accent.
Did you just say mate?
Yes.
G'day, mate.
That's her default. But I think when you say that, you're right. Phil Jones has a way to do it. He has a way to approach the conversation. But also imagine like a David Goggins taking Phil Jones. You know what we're going to do today? We're going to give you 3 options. 3 options and 1, 2, 3. Great. Awesome. This is going to be awesome.
This
Right?
is not a foreign accent.
No, this is David Goggins. This is the way he is.
I don't think that's how he sounds.
Now just way, way, way quieter.
And you're talking like really like
Who, David Goggins?
Yeah.
He doesn't. I mean, he talks normal, but he has just a really raspy
Yeah, but
voice.
he's like, you know what we're gonna do today? We're
Yeah.
gonna do this. We're
Yeah,
gonna do
there-
this.
that's
how you sounded
We're
the
gonna give you
first
3
time.
options. Yeah, I know. I was just trying to be like a little bit like down low key.
For what?
Versus
That's a first.
his approach might be David's approach might be, hey, I'm gonna give you 2 options, A and B. I gave a seller 2 options, A and B. A, sell it to an investor. B, let's fix it up and sell it for top dollar. And they were like, we don't like either. And I was like, how do you not like either? I gave you 2 options. Maybe I should have come in 3. Maybe I should have talked to him a little bit nicer. In a foreign accent. I don't know. I don't think that there's any one way to approach the conversation and negotiation. I think the conversation needs to be approached from how are you going to do it?
You just gotta go. And your mom, yeah. So, I'm just kidding.
what the fuck?
Now she's from New York or London. London!
London.
You sound like you're from London. Anyway,
I don't even know what to say anymore.
I mean, it's all right here, Christian.
Well, yeah. Are you enjoying that lollipop yet?
Not really.
I gave you the piece of paper so you'd put it in there and stop
I'm
complaining
waiting
about it.
I'm waiting. It's better.
You'd be waiting
better.
around forever, dude. Trying to see the good in that lollipop, huh?
The good in everything.
So optimistic.
So like when I'm negotiating for my clients, I try to see the good things. I do. And truthfully, looking back, there are transactions that I know for a fact I told my clients not to pay that much. And then look at us 10 years later. What's the difference? What is the difference? My buyer that bought a $367,000, $463 property. That was what we
What's
said.
the point?
Right.
I don't understand what.
Right. We had
Does
a
that
point.
matter?
We had a point
What
that
is
day.
that?
It was just to be persnickety, like to win, to earn that difference maker. Whereas like, why did I care? I didn't. And I wasn't representing my buyer in that moment. Now here we are today, fast forward 7, 8, 9 years, whatever it's been. Dude has hundreds of thousands of dollars in equity in that house. Does he care about that extra $43, $73, whatever it was? No. But meanwhile, I'm the one that's like,
You're a child.
that's not negotiating for the best interest of my client.
But it won him the deal, did it?
It did win him the deal. He also signed his contract laying on the island.
Like that he like signed his for the house.
Sounds like your kind of client.
I mean, there's pictures. I mean, we're back where we
What
started.
is going? Like, this is
It's-
just back and
it's just
forth. The
my-
lollipops, squeaky fucking mics. I don't understand.
First of all, you need to work on your attitude.
I have a great attitude.
No, you don't.
I'm just living in the moment.
Living in the moment. I think ultimately you guys blew me away with your first comment, which was to look into what you didn't like out of your last real estate agent and what you're looking for in a real estate agent. Is that what you asked?
So I said,
Yeah. But that to me is uber compelling. If your real estate agent's not asking those questions, they're not taking the time to understand what's important to you about buying and selling a house. They're not representing you. And perhaps you should find another realtor.
perhaps,
That cares.
perhaps.
Perhaps. Anyway, y'all have anything else to say?
No,
You sure?
We finished David Goggins.
we did.
That was my applause.
Was it clappy, clappy?
It was. Anyway, do we have another book yet?
We do.
Atomic Habits, right over there.
Oh.
Heather picked it out. We're gonna be
Someone-
meeting at, I think it's called Happy Mugs or Morning Mugs or something.
Happy Mugs, Morning Mugs, Hamden,
Probably.
Maybe
wherever it is, the coffee shop. Monday,
March
March
20th.
Is it the 20th?
Yeah, it's literally February and March's calendar. The days
Yeah, because
exact.
February is 28 days.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, so Monday, March 20th, Atomic Habits, Mug Club, Bub, wherever it is. Keep more information if you guys are interested. Read the book, take notes, come to
Or
our
you can,
book
you can just
club.
DM us or something for,
I'm always about
More
that.
insight.
Yeah.
for the calendar invite to book club.
For the calendar invite.
You know what's so funny? Someone gifted me that yesterday.
I was wondering how you got it so quickly.
Someone gifted it to me yesterday. My best friend's mom gifted
Really?
it to me. Yeah.
You want to gift it to the rest of us?
We can all share. Everyone has a day of the week that they can get the book.
Anyway, I've read it before. I'm excited about it. I love what we're doing. I think if your real estate agent is not continuously growing their knowledge, their skills, and their professionalism, then they're not doing their job. They're not representing you, and you need to get a new real estate agent. Shout out to that. If you ever need to reach us, you can always DM, PM. If you're not subscribing to our show, you need to be. So hit me up at Michael Frank __ on Instagram. I had to think about it. Or I don't know. Or you can always email me at mike@frankoliverco.com, and I will talk to you guys real soon.
Hey guys, you can reach me on Instagram and TikTok, Andrea _Soto, also via email, Andrea@frankoliverco.com, and also via text, 443-668-7776.
This song ended. You can find me on Instagram, Christian the Deadhead, TikTok, the Deadhead Realtor. Email me, Christian@frankoliverco.com, and
Bang.
We'll see you later.
Look out. See you guys real soon.
Bye.
Deuces.